drinking some energy drinks, so I have some energy. Work 10
Positive-
hours.
Positive.
I'm
energy.
tired.
Energy.
Work 10
Damn.
hours. I'm tired. Bedtime, 9 o'clock.
Shut up.
Bad dreams on the way.
That's so stupid.
All right. Let's see. Oh, we got 2 people in here already.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Stuff to go over. All right, I'm going to start it up. Where are you going, Manny? You going to pee? What are you doing, Manny?
Oh, God. Manny's dead.
The fuck? What is Manny doing?
A little backlight, a little production.
Oh, shit. I like
Oh, we can see it on his mirror now.
it. No. His head's going to block it.
Sorry.
He knows what he's doing.
Trying to be a goddamn professional.
Yeah.
See?
Get some little,
That's
get some,
right.
make that head pop.
49er girl in here already. First.
Yep.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. What?
He was gonna say
Sorry,
make
do
that.
it
He was gonna
again.
say make that coochie pop.
Something similar. Yeah.
You want to do the intro, Phil?
Do it.
What?
Why not? Fuck it. Oh, yeah, clear his throat. All right.
Hey, what's
You
up,
gonna do it?
everybody?
You
This
gonna
is the
do it?
HollingsWorthless.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Jay has a question.
Do you want to do it, Phil?
Yeah, please. That'd be great.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me give it a shot, Jay.
Just-
Put me in,
okay,
coach.
go
I'm ready
ahead.
to play.
I wasn't sure if you were going to do it now or
Does
or
he still?
later.
Does he still seem loud as fuck?
Yeah, dude. And by the way, yeah, especially last
Hey, everybody.
That's
Welcome to the HollingsWorthless
did the
podcast.
intro.
This is going to be for May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And we have...
Tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow.
Ah, God, already fucked it up.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless podcast. This will be for Thursday, May 6th, being recorded Wednesday, May 5th. We're a day late, but you guys understand. Things
And a
happen.
dollar
As
short.
always, I'm one of your hosts, Big Irish Jay Hollingsworth, and we have the usual suspects, the Hooligoons, the Fab Four, or the Fat Four. Well, Fat One. Sean, the Mechanable McCann.
I was really happy to be here today. Thank you.
And the Coco co-host extraordinaire, Manulus Rojas Martin.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was a mouthful.
God.
Okay, I guess he's not saying anything. Cool. And we have
Oh, my bad.
Phil on time today. Early, actually. Good for
Yeah.
you. Phil,
It's
Fox like
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
cut
Fox
your
like the animal. Thanks.
mic's
I'm here.
going loud. Okay.
Sorry. Let me turn it down. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just
Sean,
excited. I'm excited, guys.
my favorite.
What's up, sipping?
Sipping on
Emma.
Yeah.
Victoria, Daphne, San Francisco.
Victoria.
49ers. What's
Yep,
up,
Daphne?
ladies? Okay, so much to go over today. First,
We have some tragic news to report. Phil's lovely companion,
Oh, yeah.
his puppy, passed away, and just condolences to the family. It was how long did you have the puppy, Phil?
Thanks, Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday,
Wait, what was the dog's name?
Larry.
Larry.
His name was Larry. Yeah.
Larry?
Like
Larry?
It's Sean, you piece of shit, Sean. You.
Manny did it first, Jay.
Oh.
But yeah, so no, we had him for 15 years. He has a brother. They from the same litter. His brother's name is Moose, so it's Moose and Larry. And Moose is still kicking, probably for maybe about another year, I think, tops. But he's still, his hips are still okay. Larry's his hips just went, man. And on Saturday, what happened was my mom was out of the house, my dad was mowing the lawn, and we have like hardwood floor in the hallway, and he's had bad hips for a while, but he slipped and he was just laying there, and he pooed himself and peed himself, and my dad's not sure how long he was laying there like that, and when he got him, he was just so jacked up, and he just couldn't really stand very well, and he like tried to go to the bathroom for like a couple days and couldn't do it, and he just kind of stopped eating. And so my parents were like, are we selfish for keeping him alive? You know what I mean? And so they just made the decision, and somehow, some way, I had the day off yesterday, and I got to go with my parents to, unfortunately, send him to doggy heaven. So Huh?
Hell?
In heaven?
Such an asshole. And anyways, no, I know it sucks. Hey, your dog's gonna die someday, Jay. How do you like that?
Wrinkles.
God, that's
Well,
fucked up.
Sean went
Yeah,
to, yeah. Sean, fuck, dude, when his cat went, that was wild.
Yeah, it was funny looking back, but God, in the moment, that's
Well, it is. It's like I went over there and I was fine. I wasn't even talking about it. I knew that's what we were doing. And then once we pulled into the parking lot, I was still fine. And then as soon as like the vet nurse came out to the car to talk to us, I lost it.
Oh
I was
yeah.
just bawling because I knew it was like now we're doing it. And I was just like,
I think I
fuck.
talked about it on here before. Like when I had to put my cat
Grandmother
down. Yeah, when I put my grandmother down, that bitch had it. No, just
Jesus.
no, just kidding. No, but when we had to put our cat down, I was crying in the vet, and like, I was sitting there, I was like, "Can we please?" No. And he looked at Crystal and was like, "What is your husband saying?" We just, yeah, and she was like, "We just want to be her last sight," as they put her down. And I was like, "Yeah, you motherfucker." So.
Hey, dude. Hey, same story. I went to the vet. This is just in June of, I guess, 2019. And I took her. I'd come home from Dallas and she was laying on the floor and just like couldn't move. And there was shit in my bed.
Oh.
So it told me that I think she flopped down when she heard me come in, she flopped down on the ground trying to get to me. It was just all fucked up. I take her to the hospital. I felt it. It was the worst. It was a two-way thing because so I had her for 14 years. So I was going to do anything I could.
Yeah.
And I feel that the vet knew that. And so just started hitting me with charges. And so then I got to this point asking questions. We weren't getting any resolution, not meaning like what's wrong with her, but what are our next steps? Let me understand when this step happens, what's the quality of life right at that point? And what's the one right after that? And so I ended up making the decision. I came home, she left her down one more night, and I came home and I was like, okay, well, I have to do it. And I was a fucking wreck. And dude, I played Yellow Ledbetter from Pearl Jam, which to this day I still haven't listened to. It's what they end all their shows with. And so I played that and I held her. And dude, I was a fucking wreck. And there's this like no emotion doctor that's doing the procedure, which is good. That's what they're supposed to do, right? And she was just like stale. And then there was this dude who was a tough guy. He just had this whole tough guy look. And he's watching me. I could see it as he's like, yo, dude, bro, this is a cat and you're in your 40s. But then,
What the fuck?
Then I said this, and dude, he started fucking crying. It's playing, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is the end of an era. And something hit him in his own head that just was like, and it just fucked him up too.
Yeah, I played that. I played that John Mayer song, "You're Gonna Live Forever in Me," and I was just like, oh, I was just fucked up. But first off, wait, go back to Leah T and her bunny. Holy shit!
Sean was having a very touching moment, so I wanted to wait.
Jesus Christ, look at that!
I had a black bunny rabbit as a pet. Tell my mom's friend came over and killed it for the meat. Jesus.
Cool, but why Black Bunny though? What part of the story? What's that do with anything, yo?
My mic's low. Is my mic low?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Turn it up.
Jeffrey's not bullshitting.
Keep going.
So can I talk something a little off script here real quick, and I'll make it fast, but it's something I got to get off my chest.
Is this better?
As long as it's not off color.
That's so stupid.
Never mind. So
San Francisco 49er girl.
So check this out. So for those that have listened to this show, you've heard this story before, but I have like this update to it that's been fucking with me since last night. So I talked about my ex-girlfriend who robbed me. Jay and I were talking about because he was part of that story, and she had robbed me. And then I had mentioned, after that, and we were together for a while. We lived together, like I was in love with her. Blah blah blah, and she left. She left me, and she told me that. She told me the reason she was leaving is because she wanted to go experience life and do drugs, and it's not me adding the do drugs part to the second. That's what she said. Like she wanted to go do all that shit. I
feel it.
Yeah. So then flash forward now at 34 years old. So I kept not me, her. I kept doing these Google searches every so often, and finally, because I knew it would happen, one day I got a hit back, and it was her obituary that she had died. And it was she died just right before COVID. So it was October, COVID was like January, February, or March 2020, just to quickly so people can think how long ago that was. It was just right before that. So I see the obit. No, it is funny. So then I see
You know what that is, Sean?
oh shit, bro. Okay, we got to come back to that.
We'll come back.
Great fucking show today, man. Anyway, so then I see the thing. It's on one of those websites, has a picture of her, and it's actually a picture of her when we were together, and I think about it, the reason that is the picture they used, because that's the last picture that was of any quality. Everything else after that was she was a drug addict, and she was on heroin and anything that she could take. And when I saw her, when she broke my shit, dude, she looked like hell. Anyway, so on that same website, for whatever reason, dude, and I remember saying it out loud last night to myself when I'm on my phone, I was like, just look one more time. And because I just wanted to I'm trying to figure out like what happened. I know what happened. She OD'd, right? That's what happened. This is what's fucking with me.
Oh no.
So I get on that fucking website, and there's 2 added pictures to it. And so one of the pictures is the one. So there's 3 pictures total now. First one is the one I mentioned from when we were together. Beautiful girl. Yeah, good evening. Beautiful girl.
You said that like you're annoyed. Yeah, fucking good evening.
That was a funny juxtaposition.
Good evening, Sandy.
So anyways, so then the picture is the one that we knew each other. The second one is obviously, I'd say maybe, 3 years prior to her passing. And she's gained a ton of weight and looks really shitty. She doesn't look healthy for gaining the weight. She actually looks pretty shitty. So it's not Phil, you look really good that you've got all this shit out of your body. You've put on some weight. You look at you and you're like, dude, you put on weight. You look fucking healthy, man. Not so over here. Okay,
right.
Great.
Wait,
Yeah.
whoa. He pointed to me when he said not so healthy over here. You know what I mean?
Depends on where but over here.
Kick the habit, Manny.
Here's the one that fucks me up though, man. So then there's a third picture, and it's a picture of her mom and a picture of some whoever the fuck woman, and her in the middle. And she has clearly had a stroke. Clearly.
Oh.
Her whole face structure has completely changed. She's doing a really big, huge fake smile, like pushing it out. And then all of her neck tendons are all like tightened up. Her face structure has changed because she obviously was breathing different for a long time.
What was it, in person? This is when you saw her in person? Or this was her obituary picture?
On that picture, man. It was the third
Holy
picture
shit.
that I just saw last night.
Phil, did you just join us?
Yeah, seriously. I have no idea.
No, I didn't know where you were seeing the picture.
Dumb turn, you dumb fucking donkey.
I was a little behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I'm caught
literally
up
just
now.
you said, did you see her in person? And then the last thing you said is, was this in a picture?
So what happened next?
You were saying sounds so you could hear yourself make sounds. Anyway, dude, so the thing was that's been stuck in my head. Like I looked at like a portrait. I have this in my fucking brain, dude. I'm not saying this for anybody to do anything about it. I'm just saying, like, dude, it's a fucking weird thing I did not expect yesterday.
Oh,
She
so
looked
it's
just
fucking
crazy, dude.
Did you
So-
play any Pearl Jam songs?
So I want to. I'm going to do it at the end. About Phil. Did you know Ryan D in LA? Ryan Dermarest. He went by Ryan D.
I think I don't know how well I maybe saw him once or something. I think he's my Facebook friend though.
Yeah, well, I'll talk about it at the end. But because well, fuck it. I'm just gonna.
I don't know what happened. Did something
He
happen?
passed away. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jesus,
so Ryan.
what kind of fucking show is this?
I know, dude. Seriously. Hey guys. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do it at the end. I'm gonna give him his.
Yeah, let's sandwich this shit. Positive.
Yeah.
Super positive, and let's just fuck it at the end.
Fucking
Yep.
animals dying, drug overdoses. Do you want to mention Patrick, who's from Nobody Likes Onions, that commented on this?
Yeah. Dude, great. So, look, I'm just going to respect the room here. So I'll just say that he's got a really interesting topic. It's not for me to bring this up, but I'll say he's got a really interesting topic. You guys should check out this podcast. It's he does a ton of these lives, and they can be really late at night too, which is dope. Gets a nice little crowd in there, nice and intimate, dude. It's a good time, and he's a great fucking host. He's got all those little bells and whistles and
details.
Shit. And the details, yeah, dude, really
great studio, all that shit.
Yeah, it's all of it. So and dude, he's been doing it for like 15 years or some shit.
Yeah.
Like he knows what's up. So yeah, watch it. Go watch
it. That's the name of the show. Nobody Likes Onions.
Yeah,
yes.
and great for the running topic right now.
Great podcast for the people in the chat. I'll tell you one to look for. The Dan Ninen thing is such a bizarre, crazy story. And it's a 3-hour long podcast where he interviews this dude, Dan Ninen. And I'll try and say this as quick as possible. Dan Ninen is a comedian that is fucking cuckoo. He does corporate events, and he's done shady shit to comics. Like he bought Russell Peters' domain with one letter off. And people would call it, go, oh, is this Russell Peters? Can we book him? And Dan would go, no, he's not available. But we have this other comic, Dan Ninen, that's just as good.
I remember hearing about that.
But dude, he's not slick. Be
no.
clear about that. He's not slick. He's sloppy. I'd love to know what the next part of that story is. But it's fun to watch him get dicked with because also, dude, it's like he doesn't even understand when he's getting clowned.
Yeah, he won't say his age. He's like 60, and I'm
73.
Yeah, he keeps trying to say like he like to articles and shit. He'll say he's like in his 30s, which you're like, what the fuck? But yeah. So check out Nobody Likes Onions. Yep. Great podcast. Okay, let's get to some of these topics we have here. One, it's Sean. I'm wondering if you had heard of this. I did a daily video on it today because I'd never heard of it before. Grabovoi codes, Grabovoi.
No, but I saw it. What is that?
So, have you heard about this, Manny?
No, what is it?
No, what is it?
That's all right, Phil. So there was a mathematician that, TikTok people are posting these, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Grabovoi.
He's a mathematician that these are supposedly cheat codes for the universe. You say them into the air, and you write them down, and like there's cheat codes for wealth, cheat codes for fucking health, whatever. The cookie keeps calling Manny thick. Manny thick, Manny fresh, Manny thick.
Okay, yeah.
I can't pronounce his name right. Sorry, Sandy.
Still mispronouncing this.
How do you say
name.
it then?
Yeah, Sandy J.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's easy. It's 1, 2, 3.
Is it Grabovoi? Grabovoi?
It's an O though.
I think it's the enunciation is what's fucked off.
Grab-a-boy?
Or the inflection.
Dude, yeah, CB Bradley put the 5207418.
Yeah,
that's supposedly the code for wealth. So you're supposed to just say it over and over again. 5207418, 5207418, and then wealth happens.
Cool.
What about 8675309?
Anyway, so then when you
I actually like this. I like it.
That's good. So just so I'm clear, because I just want to make sure the whole audience is clear on that. So by vibrating your larynx inside of a human body and creating voice or sound waves, and those expel outside of your mouth, those in a certain phonetic tone and cadence will give you money. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. I feel like this
Jesus.
is. Yeah, I feel like this is like some Grand Theft Auto type shit. You know what I mean? It's like one is for wealth, one is for like unlimited armor, unlimited ammo. Like,
man,
yeah.
Do they have one for orgasms?
69.
69.
So okay, here I'm gonna flip this now. Okay, we're all making fun of it. You're like, oh, you just say these numbers and then you're supposed to get wealthy.
Prove
okay,
it.
cool. Yeah. Cool. Here, let me have you invest in this cryptocurrency. Oh, where can I get that? Oh, it's just in the ether.
Yeah.
Just fucking. You just believe that fucking Dogecoin is a thing.
Ooh. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah. What is it valued at? Like, it was ridiculous. The owner is now like what, a billionaire, or the creator is a billionaire.
Yeah. So it's up 11,000%.
Crazy.
Yeah, what is it? I think it was 63% or 63 cents today.
Yep.
I think I saw it jump to 68 when I looked.
This is when the dollar amount doesn't matter. The percentage matters. Right?
Wow.
You're like 60. Who gives a shit? 60 some cents? Who cares? No, dude, it went up 11,000%.
So if let's say you bought $100 at 10 cents, right? If it goes to 20 cents, does that double your money? Or does that only make you $20
per share? So I don't know if that doubles it. It's just that's $20 per share.
Got you. Okay.
I've been so scared to fucking get into.
I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, wait. What did Felicia say? Be
Oh,
careful
dude,
saying things you don't truly understand. I respect that. I respect that.
All right.
Yeah.
Hippie Goals is in the game though.
Hippie Goals got $10.
Yeah.
60.
Cookies too.
Cookie has her husband has some Dogecoin. That's good. Have him handle.
Are you saying like curses? Like if we say
joking Cookie?
if we say something like, you know, like is she saying like, you know, if we say Bloody Mary or something like that, we don't understand it, and like we say like we're get ourselves in some trouble with some like voodoo type stuff or something?
Well,
It's
I mean,
conjuring, dude. You can't conjure up shit like that. You can't.
Yeah, I
use that
mean,
fucking word.
Bill tried to conjure up a fucking
Sex demon?
Yeah, sex demon.
No.
Have sex with.
I don't want to.
Didn't work.
Bus. What's this trillions of cicadas?
Hey, I literally just now got the text that you sent the
did you?
email out. Yeah.
Don't fucking dial up.
Don't say Beetlejuice 3 times. Who put the cicadas? Trillions of cicadas.
Dude, I did, because I know we've got some East Coasters on here, and they need to be aware of something. It's the 17th year, people. They're coming out of the ground.
Okay,
Every 17 years, these cicadas, they all the sap from the trees comes down and hits the ground, and for 17 years, these bugs, they sit in the ground and they grow and they eat off of that
Is this like
sap.
a legit thing?
This is no bullshit.
I mean, cicadas are a real thing.
And then they climb up the trees and they start doing their mating shit and making all this noise, and it gets super crazy. And then you know what they do? Then they just drop from the motherfucking trees.
Yeah.
And they get back, and then whatever happens, it goes back down the ground, and then they're gone for another 17 years. So over in the East Coast, there's going to be trillions of them.
Daphne said she repeated that number in a bill collector call.
My only experience with cicadas, I was in Italy and Greece, and I was on a tour, and we were just walking, and I never heard a cicada before, and there are like hundreds or thousands of these things in one tree. And they were in every tree we were walking by, and all you hear is that, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And my grandma was on this trip with me, and she was like, "Those are cicadas," and then I got to see one, and it freaked me the fuck out, because I don't even like moths are like one of my biggest fears, and
me too.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with them. But I heard, as far as this is going on, these cicadas in America, I guess they're putting out a cookbook. There's a cookbook that you're going to be able to buy to make recipes for cooking cicadas.
Sweet, cool. I know all the types of people that would buy that fucking book and use it.
I mean, crickets are already becoming a big thing these days.
Same people.
So when you were saying this, Sean, and I guess, from what everybody's saying in the comments, that's a real thing, because you were saying it like it was a fucking horror movie.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's a fucking horror movie. You can't, dude. You're gonna have like 2 feet of vision in front of you before you can't see anything but a cloud of fucking bugs landing on your face.
So it's like locusts, kind of like, but
yeah, dude, exactly. Okay. I don't want any part of it.
I'm looking them up. Okay.
I don't want any part of it.
It's the plague.
Article. Oh my God, Sean, you said who would buy that cookbook?
Who?
Can you see what this? You see the article?
Fucking yeah, it's easy.
Eat the cicadas, you coward,
Jezebel. Exactly. Yeah. Why don't you have a fucking thought? Why don't you have one fucking singular valuable thought? That fucking publication's garbage.
They're dope in the end of times, insect nightmare kind of way. Fuck. Somebody, and who said they were already seeing them? Was that you, Cookie, that said that they're already there?
Yeah, dude. Hey, yo, there's a link in there. Hit that link and it'll give it all to you, dude. There's trillions of them.
I'm guessing. I bet I can guess who this one is. Escalator Etiquette, Sean.
So here's the thing, and this is quick. We don't have to go off on this. This is very quick. I think I might even have to have a segment coming up called, it's like my PSAs. These are public service announcements just to help the world. Let's talk real quick about what we're saying here.
Yeah.
You go to a Target, let's say, you get to the bottom of it, and right before you do, somebody sweeps right in front of the escalator, and they get on it. And now they stand there, and you have to wait with them. And then fight or flight fucking comes in, because they're not allowing you to procreate. They're not allowing you to eat. They're like trying to kill you. So now you like start flipping out. Let's talk real quick. What's the name? What do I keep calling it again? An escalator?
Escalator
It's
etiquette.
in the fucking name. Like, you don't even have to think about it. When you say to somebody, hey, honey, let's take the escalator. You just said it. I don't need to remind you. Escalate. Move your ass. That's the definition of that word. Fucking move it. Escalate yourself. So the point of those is, instead of having just stairs that you have to climb up one by one, walk the motherfucking stairs and you get there quicker. I'm gonna blow my
True.
eyes. It escalates your stair climbing experience. So that's my PSA. Now, if
Yeah,
you
but there's a
want
lot of
to
lazy fat asses out there.
move to then you got road rules. Then
Excuse
then
me.
it's road rules. Get the fuck over to the right. Passing on the left. It's a one-way street every time, dude. It's always a
100%.
one-way street on those.
Stand on the right, walk on the left.
So it sounds like you are suffering a little bit from what's called some type of internal passive aggressiveness or
Why'd you
something like
just
that.
no, it's not passive aggressive, because I just say, hey, on your left. That's
Oh,
not
you do?
passive-aggressive.
Okay, so wait, you actually call it out. Okay,
Fuck yeah,
so,
I do.
so you don't sit there and just steam the whole time that they're not moving.
no.
No.
Because that's what it
depends,
sounded
though.
like.
I may want to sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I
Okay.
just want to.
Well, I
will
will
let
definitely
me get in
call it
your
out.
dumb. That's what goes in my head. I'm like, let me get inside your dumb.
I
I
just
don't
wanna-
live there.
I just want to clean it up a little bit.
Please.
They did say fat. Somebody said fat fucks on here, and we just
I
want to
said fat
say
ass.
here on the fat ass. Yeah, I just want to say
Just
here on the
Manny
Hollings.
coming in.
Yeah,
Not
on
me.
the HollingsWorthless. We just want to say we will never body shame you, and that you are the perfect size. And you know what? This pandemic has done horrendous things to a lot of people. Okay, most people putting on 30 to 50 pounds from what my
Jesus.
doctor said. So
It's going
I
south.
just want to say
It
you are
takes one to know
perfect.
one.
You are perfect the way you are. Keep working on the best you can be. Back to you guys.
I hope he not lectured to by a scarecrow.
Is that a racial slur? What the fuck?
Wait a
Patrick?
minute.
PC Manny, you might have to.
Yeah, we just want to say here on the HollingsWorthless, we don't support scarecrow hate. We those racist crows from the Disney movies. They did a number on the community, and we don't support scarecrows or crows on this. So back to you.
Oh, good caveat
There you
too.
go.
Yeah, good addition there.
So we touched on Dogecoin, but did somebody put it in here?
That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you were sneakily getting into.
That's
right
what I
there.
thought you were transitioning into. I
Yeah.
just saw that it had increased, but you know what? There's something I wanted to ask you guys about. What are your thoughts on Bill and Melinda Gates splitting up after
Hate
all
it.
this time?
Fucking hate it. Go ahead. I won't Bogart. Go ahead.
No. My whole thing is like, after a certain amount of time, do you just stay together, or is anybody is anybody worth the price of being miserable?
Well, do we have a reason why? Do we know the instigating reason why they
Okay,
decided
well,
to split up?
I heard this. She was allowing him to go on trips with his ex-girlfriend
Yes,
Yeah, that was
Which-
understood.
once a year.
once a year. So I don't know if that was more of an intellectual thing, or if that was more of a
Booty call?
I hate this.
that's
This
what I'm
is
saying.
why
I
hate
think I think that rich people are into some crazy shit. You know what I mean? And they kind of change the rules. So, but I don't know, Sean. Please digress.
Oh, dude, what?
just-
Real quick on this.
Yeah,
On
go ahead.
dude, what if Bill Gates just has a fucking
See,
hammer?
this is what
Just
I'm
a
talking. This is
fucking
why I don't
hog.
like it. This is what I mean. Bill Gates, as of fucking 4 days ago when this news came out, was instantly sexualized, and I can't do that. Melinda Gates and Bill Gates are now sexual beings, dude. And that was not part of my fucking mental.
Yeah.
So now I have to hear about how he escapes with his fucking ex-girlfriend.
and just
and what they
fucking lazy.
Oh, and he just gets up in that. And then I have to now think about Melinda Gates. By the way, when I was like 23, I think, or 24, I was working at this valet place, and we would go work at private parties, and it was the same people all the time. This is in Seattle, so the Gateses were always there. And I just found it odd that I could just, as me, nobody ever checked me. I would used to park her car. And by the way, she had a beautiful 740 BMW. It wasn't an IL. I used to have an IL, by the way, 740.
It's a nice car. It's a nice car.
Thanks, dude. I
Is
appreciate
that a
that.
Mercedes?
No, hey, no. That's a BMW.
Oh shit!
It's a BMW. Really quality vehicle, German engineering. So I just thought it was. What's that?
What model?
It was a BMW 740 IL, so it was the longer stretch version by 6 inches in the rear.
What's the IL stand for?
A little bit longer.
In length.
In length.
Yeah.
I got 6 inches for your rear.
There's so many comments I want to highlight, but keep going, Sean.
I just thought it was weird that I would go get her car for her and bring it back and open the door, and I would go back, and this would be fucked up, but I'd go back to the guys I worked with, and my buddy owned the place, and I'd be like, dude, does she not get I could just swoop her? Like, I could kidnap that bitch. What if somebody heard me? But it was a real question, though. It was a real thing. Like, wow, no security. Crazy.
Man.
Okay. Sippin was asking Manny if you're going to be doing a PSA on Lizzo's naked picture in the Dove campaign.
Ooh, I haven't yet seen this, but I will.
Slid into what's his name's DMs.
Oh yeah, she slid into Chris Evans, Captain America's. Yeah, you know what
Lizzo
though? Shout out to Lizzo and just being as beautiful as you want to be. You know, Lizzo, if you're watching this, just know that there is no shame in what you were doing. You were perfect. You were sexy. You know what I mean? It's like, just I can see them sexy cocoa buttered legs. And you know what, girl? You go do you. Just be.
Damn.
You know.
Shout out to Chris Evans.
What was that?
I said, do you want Crystal to get to that size?
You know,
go, what's that?
Excuse me.
Sorry, come again?
Yeah.
No, but okay, back to the Bill Gates thing. I just want to say, Bill, like, okay, think about this. Bill is gonna let somebody dick them down. You know what I mean? Like, wait, hold on. I always find it odd that I could just come up behind her and shove her in a trunk. She's so accessible.
She's so accessible.
But you know that it is. You live by a different set of standards when you're a billionaire. You know what I mean? You got to have security for your kids. You got to have security watching you at all times. Like, dude,
an odd comfort level. I know they're just like, oh, we're going to our friend's house, so we can just, and it's gated, so let's go there. Well, yeah, but what about all us punks? They got your keys to your car, and we go park it somewhere, and you don't see what we do to it.
Bill Gates is a smart guy, right? But you know who else is smart? Steve Jobs. And you know, Steve Jobs always he always seemed like with his words, he could like mind fuck anybody he wanted into just almost wanting to fuck him. I look at Bill Gates and I don't feel like he has that same kind of swag, even though he's got to be just as smart.
Wait, you don't think he has that same kind of what?
Swag.
Okay, well, you can try it different.
Swag.
Is that the
there it is?
Swag?
Swag?
Swag.
Swag? Swagger. Swagger? Swagger?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, whatever. What's swag then? Isn't swag a
like
thing?
You give like
we all get
at a new job, they give you swag.
Like GIF, all the same shit.
Don't start
Fuck off.
argument.
Anyway, I'm just saying, I just don't see Bill having that that swagger with his words like Steve Jobs probably had, but he's still a brilliant guy. So you'd think maybe, I don't know. Do you think he does?
Yeah, I feel like because he's smart.
Spit some game.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I feel like billionaires can do weird shit. Like, you know what? I bet you that guy across the street will give me a hand job for $1 million. You know what I mean? Just like I bet you they think weird shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, why not?
I'll give a hand job for $1 million.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, I want to go back to first of all, in the chat, everybody keeps mentioning Liz, and if you're like, who the fuck is Liz? She was on Love in Black and White, comic friend of ours that is a whore.
That was a good show. Watch that.
No, self-proclaimed, like she's living her best life and just going buck wild.
She's a character, right?
No.
Oh, she's a real person?
Yeah.
Oh shit, nice.
No, you're thinking of Tammy Joe?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I know you guys made a character.
Comes from the racist family, now dating Manny. No, Liz is a comic. It was really funny.
Nice.
I don't even talk to my family.
I swallowed your cum.
That's so stupid. Oh my god!
All right, SNL cast members are upset with Elon Musk. Apparently,
we already talked about
that.
We
did. We covered that.
There's a
update
part though.
Oh, okay.
So now it's not that they're just upset and tweeting out all this horse shit. now with their, I'm sure you guys have seen all the thing about they don't have to perform. They don't have to interact with Elon Musk. So
What?
They said, if you don't want to, you don't have to perform with them. That's what keeps going out. So like you'll read any article headline says cast will not be made to work with Elon Musk or this or that. So from that notion, and we won't play the game here. I was thinking about this earlier. So what that you're learning from that is that they made a rule that says, hey, look, if Elon comes, you don't have to perform with him, right? That's what you would catch from that, because that's a running thing. It's not a written down rule, and it's just a running thing that's been on that show forever, is that if you don't want to perform on something, you don't have to. So then what the media is doing is they're taking it like, if you don't want to perform with Elon Musk, you don't have to. It's fucking, and then Pete Davidson's like, I don't know. Nobody wants to perform with him, but I guess I just don't understand why. Like, what's the problem?
Man,
Conan, the same thing today. He's like, dude, non-actors, non-comedians, those can be some. He's like, those were my most favorite to write for on SNL, because anything can happen.
Right, dude.
Yeah, see, he looks at it for the art instead of the guy's principles or what he stands for or whatever. I mean, like you said before, you know what I mean? Well, like you said before, those people that were angry at him for all of his wealth and he's in the 1% and da 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 da. It's like, I mean, like you said, they're making a fuck ton of money too, and what are they doing?
I don't care what you say. I am an opportunist. I am doing a set with him, whatever it is, because as soon as my comedy career ends, and I'm like, hey, you remember that time we did that show, man, and it went really well? Like, can I go ahead and create a rocket with you?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll be a rocket inspector.
Has anybody said what is the issue they have with Elon Musk?
They can't
name it.
Is it that he's rich?
No, they can't. Yeah, they can't name it. It's again. It's like we talked about before. They drew the line. Anything. What is this? Hold on. Having the comments to Rock. Yeah, he is one-dimensional as a cat twink as it gets. Dude, go ahead.
Manny. So people
Manny,
listening, Bowen, nobody likes Onion said Bowen Yang doesn't like him. Imagine Bowen Yang having the confidence to rock the boat. One-dimensional twink.
Yeah, we just wanted to go ahead and say that here on the HollingsWorthless podcast that wasn't our word. We didn't use the word twink. That is not our word. You know what I mean? I'm able to use the N word, but I don't know if I'm able to use the T word. Phil,
I'm into twinks.
Yeah. Phil can use the T word, but I don't think any of the other three members of this show can actually probably use it unless we're talking.
I don't get a single word.
Yeah, no, I mean, just privilege. That's it.
This man.
Yeah, I just get the big P word.
Cracker. Gray boy. Peckerwood.
Doesn't hurt.
Jesus Christ.
That shit
Mayo.
doesn't hurt. Mayo.
But shout out to Nobody Likes Onions. You know what I mean? He may be able to use that word. I don't know.
No, he's right. That's a description of
it's just a description. It's
skinny.
Exactly.
It's
but
fine.
I'm just covering all of our angles so we don't get canceled.
Speaking of PC, Jay, I watched Them. And you know what's crazy about that show? Them.
Whoa, easy. Whoa, what the fuck?
You're the one who watched it and recommended it on this podcast.
Wait.
On Amazon Prime. It's the scary movie of the black family moving into 1950s.
Oh my
Compton.
God. I don't even know how to. Yeah.
When Compton was white.
You say Compton and white?
What the?
Yeah, Compton was white in the 50s, and then a black family.
Let's wrap.
Yeah, I'm just describing the show.
Why would you call them?
We should
That's the name of the
apologize.
show.
Oh, to everybody.
God, so good.
I can't believe this show's
Phil, do we have
dissolved.
emails?
You guys suck.
We're just fucking with
Did
it.
you like
It's a
it?
good show. Yeah, it's a great show. In fact, I was just
Which
going to
one?
say what's crazy. What's crazy is, so obviously they cover a lot of sensitive topics on that show, and they do a lot of things that, generally speaking, would be considered not okay. And what's crazy is that somebody can think that and write that stuff, and in the right context, it is okay, and it's because of the statement that they're making. But like the person who is writing it. But all I'm trying to say is, can you imagine writing that and being like, wow, people are gonna watch this, or I wonder who's gonna buy this. Fuck, like it's out there, man. It's crazy.
Definitely
It's a good show though.
Uncomfortable.
I think it's one of those you had to be there in his brain to get it.
Whatever. Yes, we do have email. Would you guys like to check it out?
Yeah, while you're looking though, which Hostess is the best? You know, and for those of us that are in our 40s,
Susie
we
Q.
remember when Hostess actually, when you got a Hostess Twinkie,
Yeah.
it was a golden cake with a cream inside.
Oh.
It wasn't a yellow plastic mesh substance with inside. It was really good.
Yeah, what is everybody's favorite Hostess
On
treat?
with the fucking important question.
Susie
That's a
Q.
good one.
I think it's Twinkie. Oh, Susie. Oh, Zingers.
Zingers is mine.
I was
Yep.
trying to remember the name because it's like a Twinkie with frosting. What?
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
chocolate.
Fucking
Yeah, but the
or
Susie
it would
Q's
be-
have like there's no surrounding it. The fucking layer of cream is just out there, ready to ooze into your fucking mouth.
Okay. That got all ruined. Let's go back to the emails. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, you know how it goes. If it rains,
Wait, before you do it. I just
Wait,
wanna
hold
let-
on. Before you do it, though, Jay, I just want
Oh
to
my
remind
God.
you. You should
A double
probably
interrupt?
You should probably let Phil know it's time to do the email, and he should
Alright.
do the song.
And I wanted to let Patrick know, he has all his little sound cues and shit like that. Dude, we do shit live. We got a fucking live instrument here. Go ahead. Phil.
When's he
If
gonna
it-
do it? When's he
Oh
start?
my God!
All right,
Now,
go ahead. I didn't know if it was now. Go on.
if it rains or if it hails, it never fails that we read our listener emails. Oh yeah.
You see why we don't record that?
Because it's so good live. That's why.
Yeah, that's a
every
way to ruin
single
my shit.
time.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an email today to read from a very
There's a reason why, Felicia, and we'll talk about
What?
it in another podcast. I don't necessarily know if it's just your taste buds or that actually the ingredients have changed. So we gotta talk about this later.
You know what? I'm putting in to talk about that, and also you got to tell the new Coke story.
Okay, cool.
A genius thing. All right.
Yeah. All right.
should I dare to say a super fan of the show, good buddy of the show, Stephen Ward.
Dope.
He's got an HWP question. Hey guys, 2 questions. Question number 1. You've all performed in various states and on countless stages, but where is the that one place you would love to do comedy that you haven't yet?
For me, it'd be the Comedy Cellar in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Great
no,
answer.
that's great.
Great
Nothing
answer.
there, but that's that. Yeah.
I think
That's it.
there's a, like I actually did a little bit of stand up in St. Lucia, but that shit was rough because it was like nobody got the references of living here in the States. I would partially want to try like Europe, like somewhere in maybe England, like what Chappelle did. Wasn't he hitting like England for a while when he was like
Patrice was over there.
Patrice did? Yeah, I mean, just to say I did it out of country, but I mean, outside of that,
Mhm.
Sean, I mean, you sell out everywhere you go.
It's tough.
so-
I'd go back to like Radio City Music
Yeah.
Hall. I think Carnegie would be
Sure.
cool again, but this isn't really a question for me.
maybe the moon or something. You know what I mean? Like, fucking-
Yeah,
the moon.
that's true. I haven't been there yet. That's true. That's
I'll
true.
stay Madison Square Garden.
oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, number 2
Or you
is
could watch Sir William Joel.
oh, fuck. Also, if you had to pick one late night show to perform on, example, to Tonight Show with Jimmy Kimmel, the Tonight Show with Jimmy Kimmel, he got that fucking wrong. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, you mean? Conan, which one would you choose and why? Thanks. Love the show and can't wait to see everyone in person again.
I totally was reading.
Thanks, Stefan.
What were the show options?
I mean, any late night show that you could think of. Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon,
No time, like
Jimmy
did I
Kimmel,
say
Conan.
Carson? It would have.
Oh, yeah. Why not? Fuck it.
Carson would have been so fucking. I mean, I love watching the old Carson. He's so-
Also, I mean, if you kill it on Carson, you would have had your career would have been made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep,
For
got it,
me,
Byron Allen.
yeah, for
Fine.
me, Byron Allen. I don't know why, but like the Graham Norton show, man. I don't know why. I fuck with Graham Norton. I love watching his show, and I'd want to sit on the couch and entertain. I don't think he ever has stand-ups on. I know he always has musicians, but
I've seen snips of that show. Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
that. It's like super colorful and shit.
I'd say
Yeah.
George Lopez. Lopez tonight.
I mean,
Arsenio Hall.
Chelsea lately.
hey, look, I liked our. Oh, I see what we're doing. But I liked Arsenio. I was so stoked when it came back.
No, Letterman, of course. I would have Letterman. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, Letterman would be my second choice. Byron Allen killed me. That was fucking. So
Oh, hey, Victoria, your anus.
any other emails, Phyllis?
That's it this week. Thank you, Stefan, for emailing in. If you guys would like to get your email read on the podcast, please email us at hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod@gmail.com.
Is there an outro song for Patrick to see?
That was the emails of the week. Fuck off.
That has to be it now.
Hey, BS Jeffrey, that's a great, if you haven't watched that, that's on YouTube. That's a really cool thing to watch. That was some real shit.
Don Rickles breaking Johnny Carson's cigarette box.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up when Johnny comes back is so fucking good.
Okay. I was going to say, and I just want to throw this out there because Sean's kind of our political guy. I mean, a little bit more than I think the rest of us, but I'm kind of blown away right now on how like Liz Cheney is kind of getting kicked out of the Republican Party because she's not on board with Trump. What are your thoughts on that?
My thought on that is that the equivalent is happening all across the board where people are getting canceled for not being on the same side as another opinion, or they're being shut down because they're not on the same side. Everything is so divided now that it's absolutely ridiculous that she would be shunned for fist bumping or even fist fucking Joe Biden. Who cares? It's the same thing too, those like, some dude, I can't remember who it was, but it was some guy who, oh God, he was a comedian too, I think. But anyways, he's some dude. No, he was a lead singer of a band. And I'll say it's like the equivalent of like the lead singer of the Pixies or something, or something like that. So like this alternative band who clearly has been around for so long and has a certain lyrical content that, certain kind of context they always sing inside of. And he says, he puts out a tweet that he read some book by some author and said it was interesting. People should pick it up. He didn't know though there was an opinion out there about that. He thought he was just tweeting out some shit. All of a sudden he was getting canceled because his thoughts align with this known whoever the fuck. And it's like, yeah. So this is why I generally don't talk about this stuff at all, because I actually sit on both sides of it most often, more often than not. So I don't have like a firm side to.
As long as you're sitting on it.
It's so stupid. Oh God, the rivalry continues, ladies and gentlemen. It's so good. It's so funny because I don't care about what's her name who's on that Liz Cheney, but I just thought it was crazy that they were
yeah, it's funny to watch, isn't it?
It really is,
Yeah, we got to stop with this shit, dude. You can't pick sides. There are no sides. There's stories to be told and understood, and you judge off the facts. Get your emotions out of it too. That's the thing. Got to get emotions. Stick with facts, but be empathetic. It's different. Yeah. It's different.
There you go.
Facts.
You're on show. Hey, can I say one quick thing about this? And I'm going to ride this super close. And I just want to say this real quick. There's this fucking motherfucking juror who cannot shut his mouth, keep himself off TV, and make this about him. So he comes across as saying, he's doing all these fucking interviews and he's talking about, all the shit that he's talking about. What he is doing, though, is he is fucking look. It's like this, dude. If I watched a fight outside between two people who are fist fighting, and then one of them like pulls out a rock when one dude's down and he smashes his head with it, you're not going to say, well, dude, if they wouldn't have been fighting each other, nobody'd be dead right now. No, what I'm saying, dude, shit escalated to such a fucking place. He went way overboard. That's what this is. So this isn't an argument, which is fucking weird for me, about whether he's guilty of murder or not. I mean, he killed the dude. Like, he went overboard. Nobody can argue that. They look at it from this weird. I'm not trying to relitigate that. What I am trying to say, though, is this fucking juror is fucking it up. And that shit's all getting included in the appeal. And watch. Yeah. He's going to get off on some shit, and they'll have to appeal it the other way. Fucking watch. And you know who I'm going to blame is that motherfucker. I mean, it's not about you, piece of shit. And I know you're signaling.
Yeah, that's
So, oh god, I can't. I was almost gonna repeat and laugh what Onion said. I can't say that word, man. It actually doesn't come out of my fucking mouth. Yeah, I tried it.
Triggered. But no, I'm with you though. It's like if that guy costs, the guilty verdict, that's fucked up because he's just trying to ride out the fame and
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And
So.
when the
people are
Chauvin's
rallying
lawyer,
around him, it bothers me that they do that. Sorry, they rally around.
I was just gonna
that
say,
dude, though.
Chauvin's lawyer like put the groundwork out there before the verdict. He was like, the congresswoman is threatening, to all this other shit. So he's like saying, the jury wasn't sequestered and all this stuff, and so I mean he was putting that shit out there.
But dude, Maxine Waters needs to shut her fucking mouth. It's not about her either. It's the second time that she said something that could have very well fucked things up. The difference is this time, Maxine Waters' quote got put into the record. The judge talked about it, and it's in the record.
Right.
So people, get out of the way and quit doing the things you're doing because you're not trying to help. You're trying to help yourself.
Right.
It's not about you.
All
there
right.
you go.
How about something a little lighter?
Anyway.
And now time for something completely different.
How many fingerprints do you think Sean leaves off every show?
I should say, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna guess this is Sean. A 6-year-old art teacher said she did her painting wrong. Is that you, Sean?
Yeah, but dude.
Okay, and then hold on.
Yeah, good, because I'm talking too much.
No, that's
Nobody
all right.
wants to
I
hear all
thought you
this.
were gonna, and I'm gonna say that you're on the side of the teacher to tell kids that it's not good if it's not.
Here's what bothers me about it, though, dude.
Am I right?
Well, it's not so much that; it's that the mother tweeted it out.
Okay.
Right? The mother tweets it out and says, "Hey, my 6-year-old got told her boo-boo is no-no, and I want you guys to tell her boo-boo is yay-yay." And my thing is okay, so now let's take it one step further. What happens now? So we expect that tweets start coming in, which they did. This went viral. Tweets come in. So now how do you disseminate that information to the child? Hey, look at all these Twitter tweets that came in, 6-year-old girl who's going to want to slit her wrists and kill herself because she's not cute enough or thin enough because of social media in another 5 years. Let me set you up now so you understand how important people's opinions are when you don't get your way. You dumb donkey.
Manny, what
Quit
you have?
quit telling on people. Quit telling on people.
Oh yeah.
What was that, Jay?
What do you have in here?
Oh, as far as
A better way to do it, Jay.
oh, talking points.
Yeah, 'cause I know the next one.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Out across the street.
Yeah. Sean has in here.
That's a PSA for next time.
Oh,
That's a PSA for next time.
Yeah, I think that
most
gosh,
of the time, Cookie McJingle said I actually like listening to Sean.
Not to keep
Most
it
of the
too too political, but did you hear that Trump might be getting his own social media platform?
yeah.
He might be creating his own social media platform
Yeah.
because Facebook is I guess deciding whether or not they should let him back on, and he's
They did
decided.
decide. They said
Did
no.
they? Oh, they said no. Okay, that's good. But
When
yeah,
did they
so he's
decide
decided to do
I
his
think
own
it was
like.
today.
No, they put it back on Mark Zuckerberg and they said, our board is not going to make this decision for you. What we do is uphold the rules that you set. You lead this voice and you lead this company. So you, Mark Zuckerberg, can't get out of this because you told us to make the decision. You have to make the decision. And so now they're waiting for his decision, but they said it could be a while. That's the last thing I read.
And what's Sandy said that principal who spanked that child?
Oh yeah, that shit was
Yo.
crazy.
I don't know about this. What is this? Sandy with the topic. What?
But wasn't the mom there watching it? Or
Yeah,
something?
but there's a little bit more to
What?
that, though.
Okay, wait, break it down for me a little bit because I
All
saw it and I was just like, "Fuck, I don't know if we should be." Go
Look,
ahead.
a little girl gets in trouble at school. She's like, she's young. I can't remember, but she's a girl, and her parents are both illegal. Whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, immigrants. Yeah, yeah.
No, they're not immigrants.
Oh,
They're undocumented.
Document. Okay.
So they're not just immigrants. They're undocumented. Sorry, I know I'm
You
just
see
digging a
Manny?
hole.
No,
here.
yeah. We just want to say that you were never an illegal human being. You know what I mean? We just
Jesus, no, it's never been about that. So here we go. Yeah. So, but here's what happens is, so they're scared of their status, and she's like, look, she's 6 years old. this principal who's a big woman and intimidating in front of a really little girl, and then there's a side piece.
Side piece.
Another woman with the school who's like screaming at this little Spanish child too, and the fucking mom has to watch this because she thinks I do. Because she thinks that if I speak up, I could get arrested or deported.
Right.
But she had the fucking wherewithal to video it.
Oh.
And then the principal, at a moment, you can see, even turned around and saw the video going. And I looked for it too, and I couldn't find it. There was no phase like, oh shit, I'm being taped. She just kept
and then
on.
that video went viral, and that mom took the video and showed all the followers' comments to the kid and said, "Look, all these people agree with you.
Right.
This principal was wrong."
Right.
And now she's gonna slit her wrists.
No way. Years. Why? Because she's only 6. Why? Dude, he's trying to do a callback to my shit. Yeah. I don't get it.
Oh, you don't? You want me to try it again?
No, please don't.
But no, I mean, the shit was intense, man. And that was, it was, I mean, that mom, you know what I mean? I definitely, you feel like you don't have any power over the situation. And that principal looked like she, you know how you sense that certain principals were a little racist, you know what I mean? And like,
oh yeah, she had a thing.
Yeah,
she had a thing about her.
Mm-hmm.
Would she call him a racial word? I don't know about all that. Sure, whatever. No. I think at her core, though, her approach is from this place of superiority.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you're less, like your people are less than me. That's what that felt like. Yep. And the way I mean, damn, it was like you were taking your aggression out on a 6-year-old. And I'm not saying that a kid can't be spanked in this world, but
absolutely,
but not like that. Not by
that shit.
Oh, she's 6, dude. I'm funny. Hey, by the way, if you guys watched the video, just to be clear about this, who haven't seen it, is she got slammed with that paddle like it would hurt any of us, and like fuck. It'd be like, let's go.
All right,
let's fucking go.
Okay, here's my question to you guys and the chat. I haven't seen the video, so I'm not using this example I'm about to give regarding this video. This is an overview general. So Sean, we're closer to age and older, but you remember growing up and it was like you're raised, it takes a community to raise a child. That saying. Yep. And there was neighborhoods where your next door neighbor could discipline you because they're tight with your mom and dad, and they kind of have the okay, like, hey, if you see him fucking up, don't be afraid to snatch him up and spank him, right?
Not to that extent, because different circumstances, but you could say something.
I'm not talking about this video.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about my real life.
Oh, okay.
That you could say something. They could say something to me, but they couldn't.
My parents used to have like people that like my mom had a lot of like women friends, and they would come over and my parents would
call them back then.
And my parents would have like these ladies come over and eat dinner with us a lot for like a period of several months to like a couple of years. And after a while, they would start calling me that they would be my second mom. And I was like, I don't want to call you my second mom, dude. And they would kind of start trying to discipline me a little bit, thinking that they could because they were so tight with my mom. Well, several years later, I realized my parents were fucking those women.
Got it. Got it. Which explains the wet paddles.
I gotta agree with Felicia. It's like, if I'm not allowed to spank my child, then I'm damn sure not letting anybody else do it. Yep. But I'm with you guys where my mom, there were certain people in our like family circle that if I was acting a fool, they were allowed to, whoop my ass real quick. You know what I mean? Not like beat me with an inch of my life, but you know what I mean? Like it's, swat me or,
Okay, now extrapolating that out back in the day, and again, I'm not talking about this video because I haven't seen it, but back in the day, got to respect your teachers. I mean, I remember my dad basically telling me, the shit he would do to me if I disrespected a teacher, so, can that, it's interesting. I mean, like I said, back in the day, I wonder how it would be viewed upon somebody spanking a child versus now.
We had court, dude, but we're from the same. I don't know if we're from the same school district growing up, but we're from the same
Right.
neighboring cities, and corporal punishment was still legal and approved when I was in grade school. So, I mean, we had in Mr. Buckley's office, the principal of Powell Valley Elementary School in Gresham, he had 2 paddles hanging on the wall. One was a flat one painted up, and one of them had
Holes.
had tenderized, like a meat tenderizer.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. And he would smack you with the other one, with the flat one.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, that's what happened.
I went to Catholic school and I never you know what I mean? But I'll be honest with you. Like,
yeah, you got slapped with dicks though.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I was like, excuse me, Mr. Priest. But it's like, as a parent, like, especially, I mean, my mom, like, she was like, if I got to leave my good paying job to come deal with your bullshit, and sit with you in class, I'm going to fuck you up after school. You know what I mean? Like, so that was the last thing I wanted, was to piss my mom or dad off. So
what you didn't respond with is, fuck you, mom.
Oh my God. Right. Yeah. That shit is crazy. And then it's like, don't make me count, Timmy. 1, 2.
Your mom called you Timmy?
I don't know what the fuck. Hey, whatever.
Hey, but there's a TikTok video that went super viral, dude. And it's this kid. He's sitting with the camera at his face at a table, and you can catch his old man sitting behind him on a recliner. And his mom's over here, and his mom's off camera and says, hey, honey, can you help me? Or can you take out the garbage? He's like, fuck you, mom, I'm busy. Dad just gets the fuck up behind him, and he's like, no, we're just kidding. But dad was a robot.
Oh shit.
He just got up like, no, fuck you, mom.
Yeah, time to whoop
fuck
this
up.
kid.
I learned to stop reacting. I wouldn't give my my mother or father the satisfaction. I would just turn in, like you said, a robot. I would just be like, you know what? You can spank me as much as you want. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of seeing a reaction on my face.
Right.
Right. My dad said spankings was for white kids. I'm going to beat your ass.
I'm going to beat your ass.
And
dude,
Phil,
I got the
you went
belt though.
route, you wouldn't give a response. So you're
I learned to stop crying.
On you, I'm into this shit.
I'll never forget. Like, I'm not a fan of this comic, but he had a great joke. He said, "Oh wait, what did Sanders say?"
Kids were tired back in the day. I mean, hell got your ass whooped at school. Then at home, no wonder we're all addicted to Newports. Oh shit.
Oh man. Oh God.
What were you saying?
Oh yeah, there was this comic who said he was like, black kids don't know timeout. He was like, timeout to a black child is a coma. You know what I mean? It's like, we got fucked up. So
could that also relate to being late?
Jesus.
Please,
PC.
Well, this is an official cancellation of this show.
No,
just kidding. We just want to say that in the black community, we take on a lot of stereotypes. But you know what? That is actually a true stereotype. We are late everywhere, and you know what? We got to work on our shit to my people. So
Manny was the first to log on today out of the three of us.
I just want to say, any family get together that we ever went to, we were always an hour late. So we were always fucked up.
Definitely with the watch it, Jay. It's so funny. Like when I would do to hear zooming with the homies or anything, I was always like the first one there, and I would always just be like, I mean, start laughing.
You know what kills me right now is all the talk. You got to think about this in the rhythm and how it was happening in the moment. But then all of a sudden, B.S. Jeffrey goes, I just don't like being screamed at. Dude, it's so fucking funny.
You fucking love Bradley.
Oh, he's just fucking hilarious.
Bradley Stewart Jeffrey. Legendary.
I just remember when I got old enough, my mom, tried to put a whooping on me or whatever, and I grabbed her fucking wrist and was like, "You're not." I go, "No." I go, "That's over. You're not doing that anymore."
That's that's his fucking psychopath right there.
That was what happened when you got home from the hospital.
That was the day it stopped.
Yeah. What happened after you got arrested? Jesus Christ. We just want to say here on the HollingsWorthless podcast, it is never okay to grab a woman's wrists. And that,
It's your mom's and she's trying to beat the shit out of you. I think it's okay.
I would always ask, what'd you do?
Yeah.
That's what I always ask.
What were you wearing?
I go, what did I do?
Oh my God.
Dude, that's so funny. The story about
my ex-girlfriend stroke. I know.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, on a very somber note, I think we need to close it out with the
Ryan D. What happened to him?
Wait, do you have
What?
to go, Manny?
No, I thought that you were wrapping it
We're in a
up.
good
Never mind.
rhythm. We
Oh, we're
can
doing
go.
3 hours. I thought that's what we
All right,
said.
let's fucking do this. Let's. It's a marathon, bitches.
Yeah.
We got to make up for, dude. I was thinking about that, like the last couple. So we did the 420 episode. Sean wasn't there, and that was a fucking train wreck. And then the episode last week, it was because of me. We had to cut short because I was at LA Comedy Club. Which, by the way, fucking great week. It was a great week there. Every show was pretty much, I don't whether they pay for the room. I don't know. I would never be like, oh, I'm a draw, but every show was sold out.
It's awesome.
I mean, you know Sean McCann, but I mean,
that's
it
true.
is
That is true. I mean, that's the goal. That
God,
you set goals.
to go through that.
It's like Kevin Hart, and then one day maybe Sean McCann.
Get it?
Boom.
Isn't
Oh.
it funny after
Oh.
watching for so many years watching
Perfection.
No, the Tough Crowd, watching that, being a fan of that show, watching it for years and years, that Kevin Hart became something. That's nuts.
Yeah. I will say this. Yesterday was May 4th, which is a Star Wars day. I'm kind of a little bit of I'm not a huge Star Wars nerd, but they did just come out with a Star Wars lightsaber that actually retracts, and it looks pretty dope. And it looks like the real deal. I'm sure it doesn't burn through
Bill
everything.
can review it on the sex toys.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Just put it next to his ass and it's like,
It's sick
Oh
though,
my
dude.
God.
it looks
It's gonna be,
dope.
Not the asshole you're looking for.
I think
This isn't the. I saw a video once where somebody tried to make a real one, and it burned right through. They cut through steel and shit like that. But
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
such an apparatus, you know what I mean? There was
Yeah, they wear a
a
backpack
whole-
and shit.
yeah, all that shit.
And
But
they were
this
doing that
different?
at Disney. No, it's the same because they're selling to 3-year-olds that go to Disneyland. So they thought, let's give them Mickey ears and a fucking hot laser device. That was the plan. Again, the questions are fucking great today. These are good.
My favorite
man.
Star Trek or Star
Fuck
Wars,
off.
Live long and prosper. So the NRA
Huh?
president. What?
NRA president?
Did you guys see the shit? The NRA president and his wife killing the elephants.
No.
You see it, Sean?
Yeah. I didn't watch the video because I can't watch that shit, but
Dude,
he's
so they're-
licensed.
I'll never forget it.
God, I wish we could stuff you in a fucking
It was like
trunk.
an elephant never forgets.
If you
I
have to
liked it.
explain
I
though.
liked
Stuff me in a trunk. That was funny, Sean.
That's all right. Thanks.
All right, you pulled it out. Dude.
Oh fuck.
No, so the guy, the husband, not even the wife, the husband, they're like, I mean, dude, and the elephant is like 20 yards away, and the elephant's just sitting there chilling, eating or whatever. And then he fucking, they're like, okay, shoot him. So he shoots the elephant falls, is still alive, and they're like, okay, they're like, aim for, I don't know what they're saying, where they're saying, but they're like, that aim for the heart. Let's say they're saying that. The guy shoots. They're like, no, you missed. Aim right there. Shoots again. No. And the elephant is alive through all this shit, dude. And it's like finally after like, I think he literally shot it like 6 times.
Are they point
Jesus.
blank or are they like from far away?
The thing is like,
For an
Is
elephant,
like-
yeah.
once he shoots it the first time, it's like, 10 feet away. And oh dude, I'm just like, I mean, I've never been like, oh no, get rid of guns or any of that shit, but like this, I was just like, come on.
Yeah,
dude.
I like I got a second Jeff Dye's opinion of like hunters. It's like if you're gonna go hunt, I feel like deer should have like AK-47s on their horns, and then it should be an even playing field, and you should have to go up against like, because I mean, like how fucking cowardly are you to like, you know what I mean? If you want, yeah, if you want to go hunt a lion with a knife, then by all means, feel free. You know what I mean? But it just is like, come on, with it just you're such a bitch if you do that.
What was this? Sippin'. Do you want to read it, Sean, since it's sippin'?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so Sippin, she missed last week, but she came here today, even though she had a procedure done yesterday. We're not going to ask her because we are gentlemen, and she deserves that respect.
Sipping Emeretta, just for
So
listeners.
Sippin does have a question, though, and we'll consider this an email. And her question in this email is, did you guys talk about the teacher that cut the hair of a little biracial girl? God, no, and I didn't hear about that. And
I think I heard a little bit about
why-
that.
What's
for
going on in our
people
education
touching
system?
people.
Jesus.
Yeah.
There are too many people who just want to come from a place of power. It's like you remember when they made, I think, what was it, a few years ago, a wrestler shave his head in
Yeah.
order to
Oh,
be
yeah,
able
yeah.
to like compete.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch my child's hair without my opinion. Or you know what I mean? Or me having a say in it. It's
But
like,
don't touch my child at all.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's probably the best, motto is like, you shouldn't be touching my child at all. And as a teacher, all you're there to do is educate them. My child's here to listen. My job is to discipline them and teach them to listen to you. But the second you touch my child, there's a problem.
Oh man, I just Googled it.
Ridiculous. I completely agree, dude. Never, there is not a
That's crazy. I would be pissed.
Yeah, she had long,
all
beautiful
of that hair.
Oh, dude.
And what's the
Fuck.
reason? Can you tell me real quick what the reason is? What the reason was given for cutting it?
She's 7 years old, traumatized after her first grade teacher cut her hair. Let me see if I
Remember too, it's a first grade teacher. So I'm not
Fucking
saying
Jesus.
if it was a principal, doesn't make it right. What I'm saying, I want to make it super clear. This is not an administrative person who enforces those types of rules, even who did something wrong. This is a person all the way down the line that is a first grade teacher who feels that they have the right to do something like this. So what was the reason?
okay, so Monday he is also considered taken. Let me see. On March 24th, Journey, I guess her name is Journey, arrived home from Gainyard Elementary with much of her hair on one side cut. She said a classmate, this is first, there's 2 incidents. A classmate used scissors to cut her hair on the school bus, Hoffmeyer told the Associated Press. 2 days later, after complaining to the principal and having Journey's hair styled at a salon with an asymmetrical cut to make the differing lengths less obvious, Journey arrived home with her hair on the other side cut. She was crying. She was afraid of getting in trouble for getting her hair cut. I asked what happened and said, I thought I told you no child should ever cut your hair, he continued. She said, but Dad, it was the teacher. The teacher cut her hair to even it out. Gee, dude, I would fucking
Wow.
beat the shit out of somebody, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have okay, so but look.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
What is it about? Is it about the action or is it about the intent behind the action? Which one do you think probably holds more weight?
The intent.
The intent, right? Yeah, that's what I believe.
Absolutely.
So what was the intent? I'd just be interested to know. Now, first off, you don't touch another person's child, ever. That's always your lean back. You go right straight to that. You don't touch them. Should I touch this kid right now? No. Here's my thing, though. Given this is all the way around stupid. Was the kid crying? Did the kid love the hair? Was the kid upset? Was the kid talking about it? And did this stupid teacher making a stupid choice in a stupid moment be like, I'm going to even it out for her, and then she's not a professional and fucked it up? Or did she look at her and she like, oh, no, you're not going to sit in this class like this with this half weird hair. So you know what? I'm going to punish you and cut your hair off.
No, see, let's say the kid is crying. Let's say the kid is upset. A worst case scenario, even if the kid is going to be more upset, you send the kid out of the class to the principal's office and you have them contact the parent and you say this kid is, going crazy, can't control her emotions, and she needs to be, taken home, and the parent can then make the decision of what to do next.
Here's the problem. You just raised it just now, Phil. I love what you just said. You see why we don't have good discussions or debate about things that have gray areas or nuance? Is because one person, myself, just said, hey, I wonder what that lady's intent was. I don't know. That's what interests me. I'd like to understand, like, was she being evil when she cut that chick's hair from the intent side, that girl's hair? Or was she coming from a pure place and the execution was pure? Stop, dude. You don't know shit. Or did she come from a fucked up place and she's like, you know what? Fuck this little girl. I'm going to cut that stupid head of hers. That's where I'm from.
It's not her choice.
Hold on. See,
sorry, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the problem with this whole country, dude, and how we have discussions. Because still, Phil, you don't hear what you're doing that stops the conversation. You still don't hear it because you just did it for the second time. It's not about what she should have done. We know what she should have done. Don't touch the fucking kid. I'm talking about what was the bitch's intent. That's what's important right now. That's the discussion. Then we figure out, is that bitch racist or did she do something super stupid? I shot a kid with a fucking pellet gun on 20 pumps when I was 13 years old from across the street. So do you want to talk about what my intent was, or do you want to talk about my action? You're going to tell me, dude, don't shoot other people. You can't do that. I know. I'm saying, what was my fucking intent so we can figure out how to deal with it in the future? We all know what the fucking thing.
That's a very treacherous road to go down, because you could say every.
Not.
Absolutely, it is. Are you fucking kidding me? So are you trying to tell me every cop maybe just fucking their intent was, hey, I thought he had a gun. I was scared. I didn't mean to kill him. I just didn't want to be killed. You're fucking wrong. You're wrong. 100% you're wrong.
Not at all. Not at all.
Wait. Can I step in here, because I think
there's good fire right now, so I don't know if you want to stop the
I know, but I just want to say I agree with both, because these are two very separate scenarios. Because I get it. Should somebody be canceled over a bad decision of, oh shit, I was trying to help this kid, and maybe she was having a bad day, she's crying, I made the poor decision of cutting her hair. I don't think that person should be canceled over it, right? But with Phil's situation, I agree with you 100%. Like, it doesn't matter the intent. You killed somebody, you know what I mean? And you can't bring that person back. So I think you both are valid in those, in those points. So it's just not quite apples to apples.
It's
with
not.
hair and a gun. But Phil, you bring up a very valid point.
It's just we do have to look at you have to look at intent.
Wait a minute, fucking BS Jeffrey.
What'd he say?
Giving scissors to cops is not the solution.
He gets it. See how he gets it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the good thing I think that we just see, though, is that we have, and it just happened right here, and two people that know each other. We don't know how to communicate as a country and as people. We have no idea how to communicate with each other, and so we have to get to a place of even what's even my own intent in this conversation. Am I here to be right, or am I here to find what's right?
Dude, I agree. I agree 100%. I think that is where we lack, as a nation right now. We can't just have the conversations to meet in the middle and try to understand. It's like, okay, the intent and the execution was poor, but we can learn from that and we can grow and move forward. So I think that is where we need to be as a country if we're ever going to move past a lot of this shit.
I think that's the first and only time I've ever gotten worked up on this podcast.
No, it was great. Both of you were great. Very valid.
It was interesting too that how, because it especially for a white dude, you get put in a position when you are having an argument and you're having like a clear focused argument, and then somebody wants to throw race on the side of it. And then you're like, well, dude, argument's over, because I'm not going to argue against racism. So you win. So, and that's a common deflection. So
it's also very prevalent in our country right now.
There we go. This is it right here. This is it. Right.
Well, do you not think so? You apparently you don't think
in front of us live right now. This is dope. Do you see what you're doing? Don't you agree though, Sean?
Talking the truth? Yeah, it's facts.
He's still doing it. See? Watch. I was talking.
I'm not going to deny it.
Hold on. You don't even hear it. I'm talking about hair and shit. And then I said, look, this is the deflection that happens. You're like, so you're telling me racism hold on. So you're telling me racism isn't real, Sean? It's a real thing. People die over it. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck are you talking? We're over here. Why are you taking down race? Because it's a inarguable argument. I will not argue that. So all of a sudden you put me from talking about hair into race. Well, actually, in this case, it was overlap in this case.
Triggered.
He gets it. Actually, yeah. And I wish those were 3 real guns that I had sitting on my table right now, loaded. So anyway, yeah, we have a long way to go.
Dude, I love this. This is the deepest we've ever gotten on this. You know what I mean? And these are the conversations we need to have, because like you said, Phil, you're 100% right in that there are the hard conversations we need to have, is like, as far as things
I like
racially.
That you gave Phil credit for this.
But no. But Sean, I 100%.
I don't need accolades. I don't listen to the positive or the negative. I'm Gary V.
Yeah, White Jay-Z was on point though, because it's like we have to really look at the intent behind something on a smaller scale, on the micro versus the macro, right? Because teachers do dumb shit all the time. You know what I mean? And it's a poor decision. But should this person lose their entire career, their livelihood, over a bad mistake that they may have in their mind somehow thought, I'm helping this kid because the rest of the class is teasing them, or so girl, let me hook you up, let me get your hair right, so that you.
Or she's a racist KKK loving bitch that wanted to cut off a little black girl's head.
Exactly. Then
I don't know. So
Yeah.
I asked the question, what was her intent? That's important for me to make a judgment.
Yep.
I'm not going by what happened. I need to know more behind it. And Onions brought up a good point. If intent didn't matter, there wouldn't be harsher punishments for hate crimes. It's what was your intent?
Right.
It's a great argument. And by the way, what's a hate crime? But anyways, I don't know that that's a real thing. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
Oh my God.
What's the difference between killing a person and killing a person, right? I don't know. Hate should up the ante. It should just be an upped ante out the gate.
Speak on it, Phil.
We got a real fucking Crowder in here. Fucking what's that?
Crowder?
Steven Crowder. Yeah, we got a real Steven Crowder in this fucking
Changes
podcast,
mind.
ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no shit.
But I don't disagree with everything he says.
He always argues well. So I mean, it's
No, not his debates. So I don't disagree with all the things he says.
And
I'm not even
you're
gonna
out
get
of your
into
you're
it.
out of your
I'm
element,
not even.
bro.
No, I'm not even gonna get into it. I don't need to.
well, and
I understand what you're saying, Sean. I mean,
No, you don't.
I do. I understand that this is just a situation, and we're just looking at the situation for the situation.
Yeah.
And I understand that I brought something else into the situation to try to make an equivalency.
It's just
but
that I can't have debates with folks when they start deflecting.
I'm not deflecting. The point of the matter is I believe that in this story there was race involved, and then when you said intent, how can you look at intent without looking at it on a broader scale, like Manny said, at a macro level? I understand this is a micro situation. We don't know. Of course, we don't know. We don't know the situation. I get that.
Yeah. So let's
Phil,
figure out the
Phil,
intent.
Phil, did you know the teacher's black?
Is she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Does that change it?
Yeah, because then if she's like, girl, I'm gonna fix your shit up. I
She's
got
not
you.
Wait a
black,
minute.
but that's just I said that to make a point.
Right.
I think we're hearing intent when you say that. A black person's intent would be different. Dude, I'm not here to cancel people. I'm here. People need to pay for what. But look, there's this normalization now that's happened that I fucking hate. It at my core, everything that I deal with in my life revolves around three things.
Yeah, read what Sandy said because it's true.
Sandy says,
read it out
I am
loud.
not hearing Sean say that if he understands the intent, it would change his stance that the person was wrong.
You get it?
Phil just saw his own shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what she said. I'm not hearing Sean say that if he understands the intent, it would change his stance.
Sean's been
that the
saying
person
that
was wrong.
it was wrong to touch another child, but he's saying he wants to know the intent.
Do I want to label her racist?
I understand. I understand.
Or do I want to say,
right.
dude?
Yes,
move.
you know it was wrong either way. You just want to know, yes, why the person did it. What was
I'll be real with you.
The reason behind it.
I don't know, Natasha. If it was a black teacher and she was like, girl, I'm gonna hook you up, but then the execution was poor. You know what I mean? It may feel different than if a white lady was like, you know what, sweetheart, I'm gonna go ahead and
Why do they sound different?
Because that's
from the
what
same
I'm.
area.
What's this chick from
You see Manny yourself.
South Carolina?
If Tammy Joe is touching my baby's hair, I'm like, you.
I mean, I think I know how to do this.
My Eminem lets me cut his hair all the time.
I'm obviously very on the left, but I mean when you talk about intent too, I just it's my mind does go towards like sexual harassment and stuff like that too, like this cancel culture and creepy men doing things to women, and it's like, I mean, what was the intent behind that? You know what I mean? Maybe
I'm with you. There's some things that are just inexcusable, right? It's like, unfortunately, in my eyes, if you rape somebody, you're dead to me. You're done. You know what I mean? You don't get to come back from that.
Right, but there's people that didn't necessarily go that far that have still been canceled, and then you think, well, what was their intent there? Did they? Because a lot of them have come out and said, I didn't do anything wrong, and then of course there's believe all women. So I mean, because then it does start to
believe
get
anybody. I don't believe any human. You don't believe anybody.
Well, I'm just saying there's cases on that side that I have seen a little bit of a gray area on, like you're saying, Sean. I can kind of see a little bit more on both sides. I think when we're talking about the race stuff, I'm not gonna change my
Yeah.
position on that. It's just
No,
it's
I
a
would.
done deal.
I'm not
but-
changing mine either. You went one way on race, and that is that we shouldn't be racist. And I'm like, no, I'm sticking to my shit. Racist all the way, all the fucking way.
I'm just saying it.
I'm just have that be the clip, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm very fervent in that.
The intro to the show.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you've never met Sean before, here's a quick clip.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Jake Paul, they just tried to cancel that kid on some stupid shit.
What
Yeah,
was it?
that he raped some chick, and boy, she doesn't get that all of her Instagramming, all of his Instagramming and timestamps and locations and GPS and shit. Yo, that chick was straight lying and got caught, and she made false texts and put them out in the world and all this shit. And he's like, my lawyer's going to show you what's up. My lawyer's going to show this whole world that this is bullshit. And
Dude,
so there was Dave Portnoy did some shit on it from Barstool. I watched a bunch of videos on this, and I'm like, you know what's fucked off though is if you look right up front, right before Jake Paul came back, dude, that believe all women shit was all over this, and I'm like, fuck, you see what you're doing? You did this thing that one group of people is more trustworthy than another group of people, and too many times we see people fucking over people. So why do you believe anybody?
Yeah, you know, like a famous incident, maybe Jay will remember it. You remember Juwan Howard was accused of rape.
And my
and
favorite story of somebody being falsely accused.
Yeah, and I think he ended up suing her for $1 just to get his name back, you know?
Right.
And it's so hard. I mean,
it was
because
him and Weber, the chick accused Juwan Howard and Chris Weber. Police looked into it. They said there's nothing there. And then Juwan Howard took her to court for $1. And the judge is like, why are you wasting our time? And he's like, because she just puts these accusations out. It's front page that I'm a rapist or sexually assaulted her. And then nothing gets retracted. And he's like, I have to sue for some amount and money doesn't matter to me. So I'm suing for $1 to get my name back. And so the judge awarded Juwan Howard, I think it was 10 grand, and told him you got your name back. And then he donated that 10 grand to like a women's shelter.
Vince Champ. Yeah, we know Vince Champ, especially if you're a fan of Champ. Norm Macdonald's show.
Oh, we talked about Vince Champ when Sean wasn't here.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I know about this dude. Yeah.
But
fucking
I was going to say,
crazy.
before we get off the Jake Paul thing, it gives us an opportunity to segue to something a little bit lighter. Jake Paul is going to be fighting Floyd Money Mayweather. What do we think? Who do you think is going to win that fight?
Wait. So is it Jake Paul or is it
Yeah, it's Jake. Logan's the one that's been fighting a lot lately and is the younger one, but Jake is
that's what I meant, by the way, Logan.
Now supposedly, but yeah, I mean it's a money grab.
It's an exhibition match too, so there's rules.
Yeah, it's one of these. It's one of these for the fans type fights. But I mean, he's been fighting. He's got some fighting prowess.
Yeah. Just the last thing I want to say to Cookie. Cookie was saying, which bothers me because there is a woman that really was raped and won't be trusted because of this woman, and that's the crux of it all. With a lot of good causes, I think about Black Lives Matter. Right, we've got something that's actually really positive, but then you have too many, like the lady who bought the $1 million houses, right? And then it makes us all look like, oh, are we just doing a money grab instead of being about the real cause? It's just like, the believe all women. There are, I mean, a lot of cases where, a man really does go and do all these things, but then it's the one-offs that make, the whole thing look bad. So it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's so fucked up. You just want it all to, what did I say? Did I say something?
Nothing. No, I just saw that it might as well be Moneymaker versus Paul Walker. And you're talking about what you're talking about. And my laugh came out at the wrong time.
Yeah. I'll also add that to the second half of the clip after you said, Sean, pro racism, pro rape.
And then now we're
learning who Sean is. No, but dude, you're right, Manny. That's 100%. That's why I think we're all speaking so loudly about don't believe all women, or sorry, you can't believe all people.
Right.
Because it sucks that women have been put in this position where they're trying to, like, the real ones are trying. It's exactly what you said, dude. It bothers me. And it's all gets hijacked and twisted and turned into whole different things. Because, dude, look, now I'm even at this place, like, when I hear BLM involved, I have a different feeling about it now. I feel different about it now. It used to be a movement. Now it feels like a for-profit,
and then
that has lost its way, that a bunch of other people have come in and taken over.
You know what the other sad part about it is? I mean, when we were doing all these peaceful marches, then you have a bunch of these anarchists who jump on the back of it and start burning shit that have nothing to do with it, and it makes us all look like, oh, you know what? They're burning shit down. They're destroying our buildings. When it's like, yo, we're trying to follow this peaceful path that that's reminiscent of Martin Luther King. Right. And then now everybody's like, no, they're trying to just burn it all down, and it's like, bro, that's not us.
No. And you've seen video proof of that time and time again, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're even like, they see somebody doing some shit and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? You're ruining this. This is our shit right now. We're trying to give a message. You're fucking throwing rocks through, they get called out, man.
Even in the chop zone, that was hard to watch a whole block be taken over. And then, for people to associate, this positive movement with it, it's like, fuck, man, you can't take over a police station as much as you may want to. You know what I mean?
Can't do it.
You can't do it.
What's your outcome you're going for? It's not going to get there.
It's so fucked. Speaking of fucked, Phil, do you have any new sex toy reviews?
No, I don't. But I was just gonna keep on the fight thing. I was just gonna say Mike Tyson is fighting Lennox Lewis. It's
so hard.
I think I also read something that they approached Tyson about fighting like the current
Holyfield.
or no, like fighting maybe somebody that's ranked.
Tyson Fury. No, was that it?
Leave that up, dude. Will you go back to that and leave it up till we get back to it? That's Felicia's thing.
Yeah, but it's I'm with Sean. It's like we talked about this earlier. It's hard to watch Mike Tyson go back and fight. It's just like, dude, at some point you got to put it down. I don't want to see old people get hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's something in your head, dude. You remember what they were. It's that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I got to see Anna's face in a stroke position now.
Yeah.
I want to just see how it was.
You can't unsee the shit, right?
No.
Do you want to read Felicia?
Yeah, I just, it rocks me that this actually has to be a sentence. And so I support Black lives. Like, you have to say that sentence. Isn't that
right?
Fucking, I just want to point that it's so bananas that's a sentence that has to, why it never clicked? I think we talked about this before. Why it's not, because people are racist dicks that don't want it to click. But, it's not Black Lives Matter. It's remember, Black Lives Matter too. Or don't forget, Black Lives Matter. People are, the Black Lives Matter thing was so easy to say. No, white lives matter too. Black lives matter. No, Asian lives matter. Black lives matter. No, you know what? All lives matter. Blue lives matter. Any representative adjective can attach to that. But what wouldn't have been able to get adjusted or revised and could have kept a message was, hey, remember, Black lives matter too.
Yeah.
That was the message. You guys seem to forget. It feels this way to me. You forget that Black lives matter too, because we know that all these other lives matter, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to remind you that Black lives matter too.
Dude, on that point, that is such a good thing, because it's like the way you said that, it's like all the messaging is wrong on our side, because literally when you say defund the police, like that's automatically just like people are like, fuck, who are we going to call? You know what I mean? Like, you can't get people behind that shit. If you had said restructure the police.
Phil, why are you laughing, dude?
I'm sorry.
We don't even have comments. There was another comment. We've erased all the comments.
Yes, yeah, right. I'm sorry, Manny. Continue. There was a comment and I laughed at it. I'm sorry, Manny. Continue.
But no, it's definitely it's messaging. Messaging really does matter. That's one of the biggest things. And this woke culture of like, dude, man, you're not gonna win votes, you're not going to win seats, you're gonna see a lot of like shit going the opposite way because you don't know how to message correctly.
Well, because then the woke shit's just bullshit. It's all virtue signaling horse shit.
Yep.
It's if it's about respect, then let's not even use pronouns, because pronouns are the most disrespectful thing you could ever apply to somebody. Respect is using somebody's first name or calling them Mr. Fox.
Preach, sister.
Mr. Hollingsworth. But to say that guy or she'll do it, what do you mean she'll do it? I have a fucking name. Show some respect. So
she ready?
Or how about this? That I'm, like I brought up, I am a cisgender man, right?
Oh yeah.
And so don't call me whatever they say. Don't call me this. Well, why are you calling me something? Like, we don't even hear each other, right?
Yeah.
I
cisgender.
Sean, I think you told it on this before, but can you tell the story about or like I want to be?
Yeah, somebody was talking to me.
Male.
Yeah, and they said they call me a cisgender, white, straight, whatever, the whole line of shit.
Just straight white male.
Yeah, and I said, well, they put cisgender in there,
right.
And so and they were talking about pronouns and stuff, and I said, look, and we're talking about this right now, and it's funny, you don't even hear it. I also too would like the respect of you not calling me a cisgender white male, whatever. I'm not that. I'm just a dude. I'm just a man. You're trying to label me with some kind of a binary or non-binary thing, and that's not how I see myself. And really, like Norm Macdonald said, and I know I said this before, but he's like, the reason they say cisgender is to make normal people look stupid or feel bad.
PC Manny.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
No, so dude, don't throw your shit on people, because you also have to think about what's the outcome you're going for. Do you want agreement? Do you want compassion? Do you want to get to a place where there's resolution? Or again, do you want to be right?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I gotta wrap it up soon.
Oh, okay.
You gotta go?
You get onions gets me too.
Okay. Okay. Before I want to talk about Ryan D really quick. So Ryan D is a comic in LA. What's fucked is his dog passed away. His dog, and he did a post saying like he had an English bulldog, and he was like, to the best buddy I ever had, blah blah blah, right? Excuse me. Next day, I get a text from a mutual comic friend, and he's like, dude, fucking, did you hear about Ryan? And I was like, what? And he's like, Ryan is dead. And I'm like, and I thought he was mistaken. I was like, no, dude, it was his dog. And he's like, no. So I go on Ryan's page, and all these people are like, I can't find. And he was probably fucking maybe like 30, 31. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if he I don't know what he died of. I don't know if he went out, because Ryan, he would drink and stuff. So I don't know if he went out and put a few back, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. My buddy was saying that he had really bad sleep apnea. So, maybe something with that, he got hammered. I don't know. He was a really good dude. He ran some shows. I don't know if I think he was just starting to go out and, go on the road to feature for comics and stuff. And it just, it fucking sucks, dude. Just a good dude.
Who is he?
Ryan D. He goes by Ryan D. It was Ryan Demarest.
Demarest.
Demarest. Yeah. Fucking butchering his mom had, she had cancer, and he did a fundraiser show. Like I did the fundraiser show for his mom, and
oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ, Patrick,
I'm not finding
piece of shit. I'm not even gonna repeat it, you fucking cock. Yeah. So I mean, a lot of, and this happened about 4 or 5 days ago, and I wanted to give him a shout out, on the podcast. So rest in peace, Ryan. Fuck, it sucks, man.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I can't quite remember where I met him, but I had to have met him at some point. We're friends on Facebook, so yeah, good dude. I think he listened to the podcast. Maybe that's where I had met him from. Yeah.
Well, I just have something to say, and shout out to everybody who's still with us tonight. But make sure you're taking care. make sure you're taking care of yourself. Do the little things. You know what I mean? Even if it's just going on a walk. You know, this pandemic's been a bitch and a half to all of us. You know, I know we're not probably eating the best. A lot of us are ordering out and doing shit, but you know, the little things. If you can, like Jay always says, even you making a list to say, you know what, I'm going to do one sit up tomorrow. That's fucking progress. And
If
just
you do it.
if you do it, I mean, but you writing that down is like a step forward. So, you know, if you feel like you're overwhelmed at times, man, you know, we all are, but you know, I'm glad for everybody who's still with us tonight. And, you know, RIP to those who are unfortunately not with us.
I'm with you, Manny, and I'll add to that because I do a little meditation, and recently I did a meditation that was having me focus on like praising
Not
somebody
breathing.
that you don't necessarily know, like somebody that you come in contact with in your life, but you don't
Yeah.
necessarily know them. Wish something good for them. Like, let's say, you know, it's the person at the drive-in stand at your coffee shop or whatever that you go to every day that you don't really know them. You don't have an opinion on whether you like them or not. Why not just wish something good for them?
There
you
you
know what I
go.
mean? And
I
maybe
love
the
it.
world will be a little bit better.
So I'll start. I wish everybody pull their heads out of their asses, and I wish they get their shit straight. Let's start there.
And on that note, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Real quick plugs. And by the way,
Plug.
Phil, what's your how many days sober or months?
In 5 days, I'll be at 7 months.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Really
Been a
good
while.
shit. All right, let's plugs. Let's
Thank
start
you.
with Sean. Where are you going to be?
I'm taking this week off, dude. I've had a busy one. I just got in from Paris. I don't have the energy, dude. I don't have the energy. You can follow me at the Mechanable. I think I'm gonna start getting active on my Instagram.
What?
So so follow me and I'll start doing some shit that's not dead Seattle rock stars.
Manulus.
I just want to say a big thank you to Felicia for always doing the things that we
Yes.
forget. So please, like and subscribe to the HollingsWorthless podcast, man. This isn't possible without you guys, and we greatly appreciate it. Just check me on Love and Black and White. I got my second shot, but I didn't know this. You're not fully vaccinated until 2 weeks after your shot. So make sure that you're taking that precaution, because I was around somebody, I got tested, and holy shit, that was the most painful nose swab I have ever done. They shove it in the back of your brain. You don't want that.
Is that
but
the one where they
Did you
take the cotton swab and put in your pee hole? That one sucks.
Dude,
That's for-
weird, 'cause
that's
I just
for
kept
gonorrhea.
requesting to come back every day and get retested. Manny,
Chlamydia.
when did you get your second shot?
I got it last week on Tuesday.
Did you have like the next day feeling?
Oh, so 2 days later, I had the cold. Like I was shivering, and like then I was hot, and then I was literally out for a few hours, and then I was good the next day. So
yeah, I was as the day went on, the second day, I would get that feeling like, oh, I think I'm getting sick, where like my cheeks would get flushed and I would get like hot flashes every once in a
That
while.
was a stroke.
Because I'm old. And then I was tired, but so I had that too.
yeah.
I do it tomorrow at 2:00.
Oh
My
shit.
second one.
Oh shit!
Nice. But you know what? You're probably the most healthy out of all of us. So
Fuck no. Nope.
I had a
Everything
little
except for his
anxiety.
lungs. Everything except his lungs.
Yeah.
After they put it in my arm, the second one, I just sat there, right, for the 15 minutes, and all I was doing was sitting. And then I went and got in my car. I was still sitting. And as I was driving away, I lifted my arm, and, you know, the whole fucking upper
Dude.
portion of my arm felt fucked. And I was like, wait, what? And then I started feeling like something in my neck. Like I was like, oh, fuck, what's going on? It's fucking, something's happening. I drove back to the fucking place and was like, I just want to make sure, you know, I don't know what's going on. This is happening. They were like, that's
Yeah,
supposed
my
to
arm.
happen.
Well,
Everybody's
I
arm
mean,
is sore.
but I don't know about the jaw shit.
No, I didn't. I think I was just overthinking it.
Oh,
But
Bill, look
anyway,
at
yeah.
Patrick was hard most of the show.
Great show, fellas. I was hard for most of it.
Oh man. But yeah,
me
check
too.
me out.
Me too.
Check me out next week on Love and Black and White. I think we're gonna start probably doing more lives. So
Yeah.
would love all of you guys to be a part of it. Ask us all your love questions. And we might even have either Sean or Phil on and ask
shit.
them some
Love
love
it.
questions at some
There's
If you
point.
want to take
request
care of
it.
that boner, you should get the Fleshlight Turbo Ignition. It'll take care of it for you.
Phil, what do
No,
you
no,
got?
Or just
He's proud of
follow,
R. Kelly.
or follow Phil on Instagram.
Phil, there's actually been requests on the Love in Black and White podcast for you to be on with Ron Vi, who's a gay comic, and he was
nice.
on.
I'm there for
thank
it.
you for,
I'm here for it.
People seem to like the lives.
Hey, before you do yours, Jace, because I know you end it right after you do your plugs here, is I just, hey, let's try this little thing next time. We start up the show. We give you a nice heads up that the live is what day and time it's going to start. I'd like to meet some of the people, some of this audience and this clique. I'd like to meet some of your friends. So hit up your friends. We'll make sure that we get a link out to you. Maybe we even start like is there a premiere? We got to figure it out. But let's get you out a link, even if it's right when the show starts. Let's bring some of your friends in.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's a great idea about the bumper or the buffer, Sean. I wish somebody would have thought of that before. Dude, that is a fucking genius, Sean.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. I come up with them like that.
Just like that. Phil, do you have anything you're plugging? Other than your
No.
We had 3 people all start to say something right there.
At Like the Animal, I'm here every week. Whether I like it or not.
The heart and soul of the show, Philip.
And we're all proud of you, Phil. 7 months, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
Appreciate it. Everybody, too. Thank you for the nice compliments, nice words. Appreciate it.
Cookie said, yeah, my friends wouldn't come.
Yeah. See? And some people just know.
I bet I could make them come.
Oh.
And that's why they won't.
All right. Well,
no. This week, Friday, Saturday, I'm at Brad Garrett's the 10 p.m. show. Only the 10 p.m. show Friday and Saturday, and then I'm doing midnight at LA Comedy Club on Friday. Next week, I'm also at Brad Garrett's Friday and Saturday 10 p.m. show, and what's this fucking Wednesday thing? I don't know. That's I'm doing. Is that Laugh After Dark? Yeah. Fuck, I don't know. Just for this week. Brad Garrett, 10 p.m. shows.
Fun, right?
Friday, Saturday, midnight, LA Comedy Club. Go to bigirishj.com or jhollingsworth.com, either one.
And remember, Phil is.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Love you. Bye.